Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unmuted. I'm your host, Courtland Warren. Everybody seems to be seeking for the key ingredient, that secret sauce, the secret, the how-to. We turn over, every, leaf, and we turn the pages in the books, and we listen to the podcast, and we're looking for that one tip, that one hack, that one thing that is going to be the answer to all of it. Well, I think I've got it. And it's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you in its simplicity. It's going to surprise you in in how obvious it is. It's one of those hidden in plain sight ideas. Because what I have determined is the key in all of your getting. Make sure that you get serious. Like, there is a point where we must draw the proverbial line in the sand. When it speaks of Cortez burning the ships, like, there is no retreat. Either we win or we perish, but there is no retreat. You get to a place in your business where it's not a hobby. It's like, I am going to eat or I am going to starve. But it's going to be as a result of what happens with my business. Think about that. Look at the times in your life where you've had that type of attitude, where there is no turning back, there is no back door, there is no backup plan. I am going to do this or I die. When that happens, when that level of commitment happens, that's when sovereignty starts to move on your behalf. Because now you've channeled, you've locked into a particular vibration of frequency where solutions are made available, because ultimately you want to live. And too often we make our dreams it's like we make our dreams, we make our visions optional. Well, what would happen if you got to the place where it was not an option? When you look at the high-achieving entrepreneurs, they've often been tagged with words like egotistical, self-absorbed, imbalanced, no balance. Well, let me just be really clear with you. I just want to be really clear. If you're going to truly build the life of your dreams, there will be a period of time where there is an imbalance. There will be a period of time where it's like from sun up to sundown, this is what you're working on. And I understand buzzwords like work-life balance and self-care seem to be all the rage. And there is this encouragement to have this balance throughout. But if you're going to build, I assure you, there's going to be a period of time. If you build anything of significance, there's going to be a period of time where there's an imbalance that you have to manage. And whoever is in your circle or in your sphere. And so when it comes to you getting serious about the life that you want, like what's required? What do you have to do? Well, number one, you got to set your sail. You have to give your subconscious mind a direction. All right. So it is true that your subconscious mind works best when it has a target. Right. The word is teleological. Okay. Some of our defense weapons are built on this technology, teleological, meaning you give it a target and it performs a function or functions a whole lot better. Right, that's where goal setting comes in. That's why goal setting is so important, is because it gives your mind a target. So first, you have to set the sail. You have to give it a target, set a goal. Number two, prioritization. Right, if you're going to truly get serious, to demonstrate to yourself, to your life, to your world, that you are serious about creating the life that you want, then you got to prioritize. You got to prioritize your day. And primarily, it's about prioritizing what gets your attention. We are in the attention economy. And so whatever you give your attention to, you may ask yourself the question, well, what is the return on attention? Yeah, you've heard of a return on investment. Okay. Well, what is the return on attention? So if I give this my attention, what do I stand to gain? If I give it the attention that is demanding or asking of me, whether that's a scroll through, social platforms, or a phone call that comes in randomly, or a show that you watch, or the book that you read, or a magazine that you pay attention to, like look at take some inventory of where you are giving your attention or what you are giving your attention to, and ask yourself, what is the return on attention? Then 3, a commitment to personal growth. So you're going to set the goal, right? You got to prioritize your attention. 3 is a commitment to your personal growth and expansion, right? You want to get smarter every single day. You want to be getting smarter. You want to be smarter when you lay your head on the pillow than you were when you woke up that morning. If you just did that every single day because you spent time in study, you read for 30 minutes, or you read 30 pages. Some guy, one of my mentors, Keala Kanai, another guy I follow, the master investor, Ian, right? They speak of reading 30 pages a day, or 50 pages a day, right? So it's like you want to be smarter when you lay your head on the pillow than you were when you woke up that morning. You got to go out and learn something new. So give a commitment to personal growth. And then number 4 is about responsibility. Why? Because you cannot change what you're unwilling to own. And responsibility isn't about fault, it isn't about blame, it isn't about shame, it isn't about justification. We're just looking at it and saying that no matter where I've been and no matter what I've been through, what comes next is up to me. And you are responsible for what is showing up. You're responsible for how you feel in your attitude towards what shows up in your life. Does that make sense? Okay. Why is that? And I know you may not like it. You may not want to do it, but here's the truth. This is just the truth. You cannot change what you're unwilling to own. See, if you're not willing to own it, then you can't change it. If it's somebody else's deal, then you got to wait for them to change it. And what if they don't want to? What if they never decide to? What if they don't prioritize changing it the way that you prioritize changing it? Make sense? Okay. So what we're going to do first, we're going to set a goal. When we get really serious about our life, all right, here's how to get serious about your life. 1, set a goal. Number 2, prioritize your attention. Number 3, commit to personal growth. You're going to be smarter when you go to sleep than you were when you woke up. Number 4, you're going to take responsibility. Okay. Why? Because you cannot change what you're unwilling to own. Number 5, you're going to plan the future. Someone said long ago, if you fail if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Okay. Now, I understand a more popular kind of idea right now is Mike Tyson's everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. I get that, but that is not a justification not to have a plan. Okay. The plan is essentially our guardrail, right? It gives us a path that we're going to run on. We accept, or we embrace the idea that not everything will go according to plan exactly or specifically. Not everything will go according to plan, but we have one as a guide. Why? Because we're taking our life seriously, right? And then it's about the discipline and the consistency. I oftentimes say that all of the things that make men and women great are things that all men and women can do. It's just that the great men and women will actually do those things. All the things that make people great are things that all people can do. It's just that great people actually do them. I heard another gentleman, his name is Alan Nagel. Alan Nagel suggests that the reason why more people aren't more successful is because they can't do or won't do a simple thing long enough to see results. Check that out. What's that simple thing? What's the simple thing that you've been coached to do, or that you've said you're going to start to do? That if you would just be consistent in that, forget all of the other stuff. You were just consistent in that one thing, finding or making 10 new connections a day, or you're going to read and study for 30 minutes every single day. What's the simple thing that you have control over? The simple thing that you can do that could ultimately change everything else. Okay. So you got to commit to the discipline and the consistency. And then it's about number 7 is letting go of the negativity, right? It is imperative. It is imperative that you begin to take responsibility ultimately of your thinking, right? Because it's law. That's why. Because it's law. And the law is simply this: for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Another way to state it: cause and effect. Another way to say it, we become what we think about. So the thoughts that we have, right, that's an act. And for every act or action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when we have the thoughts, it must be that there is a reaction. There's an outcome as a result of that. All right. So cause and effect. So we have to be willing then to remove or release the negativity and be stewards of our minds, so that what we are thinking aligns with what we want to create. Right? We got to move. We got to move. We got to remove the negativity. That's just how that is. Okay. We have to remove the negativity. Okay. So if you're going to get serious about your life, there's 7 ways to do it. If you're going to truly get serious, there are 7 ways to do it. Number 1, you're going to set a goal. Number 2, you're going to prioritize your attention. Number 3, you're going to commit to your personal growth, right? You're going to be smarter when you lay your head on the pillow than you were when you woke up. Number 4, you're going to take responsibility. You're going to take ownership of your life and what's showing up, because you cannot change what you're unwilling to own. Number 5, you're going to have a plan for the future. And we understand that that life doesn't always go according to plan, but we're not going to use that to be a justification not to have a plan, right? We're going to use that plan as a guide to give us some direction and order our steps, so to speak. And then number 6, we're going to increase, okay? We're going to increase the discipline and the consistency. We're going to identify those small things that we can do that, if done for a long enough period of time, we see the result that we desire to have. And then number 7, we're going to let go of the negativity. We let go of the negativity. And so when we do that and we hold to that for long enough, we display that we're serious about our life. And when serious about our lives, we then move towards the attraction of that which we want. Okay? I hope that helps. I hope it helps. And if it does, don't keep it a secret. Let someone know that this podcast exists. My personal vision is to impact people on every country on the planet. And so my ask of you today is, if you know someone who's currently living in a different country, okay, forward this to them specifically. Right? Hopefully it has like translation, and captions and so forth. Okay. But it will be cool to just know that a message reached around the world. Okay. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening, and have a good one.